A blockade has begun. After negotiations between the United States and Iran's regime collapsed over the weekend, President Trump declared that the U.S. Navy would block Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz. The blockade went into effect this morning, and U.S. Central Command issued a stark warning. Any vessel entering or departing the blockaded area without authorization is subject to interception, diversion, and capture. President Trump went further, warning that if any Iranian ships came near the U.S. blockade, they would be immediately eliminated. Remember, Iran's Navy has been destroyed over the past 6 weeks, but they still have smaller so-called fast attack ships that can cause trouble. Yet the president has laid down the gauntlet, and Iran's regime is already wailing about supposed piracy from the United States. The mullahs are not happy, and for good reason. They'd been attempting to shut down the Strait of Hormuz and disrupt international shipping, and were having some success. Their military and nuclear program have been decimated, so the Strait of Hormuz and driving up oil and gas prices was really the only card they had left. And President Trump just flipped the script. Now all of the pressure is on the Iranians because oil is their economic lifeline. They were even reportedly charging a toll tax to any ship that attempted to transit the Strait of Hormuz. But thanks to President Trump's blockade, more than 100 empty oil tankers are now bypassing the strait and instead heading to the United States to fill up. This is a disaster for the regime and very good, by the way, for the United States. This is the position that Iran has put itself in thanks to what President Trump rightly called its delusional behavior at this weekend's negotiations in Pakistan. The U.S. delegation, led by Vice President Vance, finally left and flew home after a marathon session in which the Iranians made very clear they had no intention of giving up their nuclear weapons program. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, their Air Force, Navy, and air defenses have all been destroyed, along with their nuclear sites. Most of their political and military leadership has been killed, and these guys are walking into the negotiation, making demands, and acting like they run the place? The answer is yes. But folks, don't be surprised. This is who they are and what they do. It's always been this way for 47 years. They are an apocalyptic Islamic jihadist death cult that would rather go out in a blaze of glory than to surrender to the infidel. After all, the mainstream media and the left here in America told them that they're winning the war and they've got Trump right where they want him. So why compromise? Well, they may soon get their wish to be with Allah, but there will be no glory for Iran's mad mullahs. The naval blockade leaves them with no good options. And while the 2-week ceasefire is still in effect, U.S. and Israeli forces are standing at the ready to resume military action. One last thing. While the defeat of Iran's regime would be a major victory for the defense of Judeo-Christian Western civilization, we suffered a major setback on that front yesterday when Hungarian President Viktor Orban lost his re-election bid. Under Orban, Hungary had been a firewall these past 16 years, rejecting the European Union's open borders madness and Muslim migration, defending biblical values, and supporting Israel. Globalists everywhere are now rubbing their hands with glee at news of Orban's defeat, including none other than the son of globalist billionaire financier George Soros. So the already very short list of nations defending the Western way of life just got even smaller.